Welcome to Crystal Water Tarot for another yes or no pick a pile reading. So we're going to have 4 piles that we are going to be doing readings for, and for a yes or no. So let's start with pile number 1. This is the stone as I drop it. And then the card we have is 41. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. And then we have the stone of initiation, and we have the ruin of movement. For pile number 2, we have the stone, and the card is 39. You are wanted. There is a home waiting within. And then we have the ruin of disruption and the ruin of joy. For pile number 3, the stone, and the card is 34. Spend time in nature. Let beauty of nature refresh your soul. And we have the blank ruin, which is possibilities. And we have the ruin of gateway openings. And then the 4th pile, we have this stone here, which is beautiful green. And the card is card number 3, be present, find clarity in the moment. And the ruins we have are fertility, new beginnings, and fulfillment and ambition. So go ahead and, whatever is calling to you, go for that one. More than one may be calling to you as well. And then we'll get started with the readings and yes or no. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who selected pile number 1, we chose the card 41. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. I'm seeing like this dragonfly, which means to me talks about transformation, possibilities. Then I'm seeing this boat. Actually, I'm seeing 2 dragonflies. And I'm seeing this boat moving. And when we see boats on the water, you see they're moving, and generally they're moving forward. And sometimes, when the winds come up and stuff, it may seem impossible to get through bad weather. And then you see this rainbow, and I'm seeing kind of like dark clouds down here. So something may be going through. So some of you may be asking a yes or no question as to whether or not you're going to get through something, is what's coming through here. And with the ruins, we're talking about initiation and movement as well with these here. So I'm getting that, some of you are moving forward, and it may be some tough times, but you're initiating it. You're working through. You're trying to get through something, and it may be a little bit difficult. And with these stones here, I'm just getting the sense of, this here just kind of reminds me of, like with the colors and stuff, it just reminds me of transformation, because we're kind of going to a dark color to a very red color, and I'm seeing a lot of patterns, and patterns talks to me about change. So let's go ahead and moving forward and getting some cards. And this stone here also, for some reason, I'm thinking the butterfly. Like the monarch butterfly, with just the colors of them on their wings, and I don't know why. So I'm hearing that something, some of you may be asking about, are you going to get through something? Is something going to be happening? Are you going to be moving forward? Are you the ones that are going to have to start the process? Or this could have to maybe do with a relationship, Are you the one that's supposed to maybe start talking first? If it's a troubling time, if there's maybe something going on with this person or persons, do you have to initiate the conversation? But regardless of what this is, we are talking about initiating maybe a conversation, but we are talking about maybe trying to make something move forward. Maybe that's what you're asking. Is this the right time to start talking? So definitely a question of, is this the time to start initiating it, to move forward on something, is what I'm getting. Ace of Swords. With the Ace of Swords, I'm getting that you're doing a lot of thinking about it. This is on your mind. You're trying to balance out, should you or shouldn't you. You're looking at the pros and the cons. And then we have the Four of Cups. And with that, with the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups just tells me that you're not, generally when we look at the Four of Cups, it's generally when it's not in reverse, it's kind of like you don't really care, but this kind of tells me that you do care. You do care about this relationship. You do care what happens. And with the Four of Cups, you want that motivation to move. And as I had talked about with movement, you're motivated to try to make something happen. There's something in you that's really wanting you to move forward. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse, and you're trying not to also you also don't want to come in as the person trying to maybe make this other person, or trying to seem like the dominant person. You want to basically seem balanced. So whatever this may be, whatever this trying to move forward, I believe that there are other people involved, and you want to make it seem like, you want to make this also a balanced situation, so there's give and take. With the Five of Swords, I believe that there has been some maybe possible hurt in the situation, and you don't want to lose face. There may have been some hurt, there may have been some struggles, and you don't want to keep going through this. You don't want to keep this going like this. How do I say it? You don't want to keep making it. You don't want to be looking out like the bad guy. You don't want to seem like you're trying to take control. You don't want to bring bad energy to the situation. You want to keep it positive, and you want to try to get others to be the same in this whole thing. And that's where I'm getting this from. You don't want to, again, you want to keep it so that you want to keep everything balanced. You just don't really want to bring any negativity to this situation. When you move forward, whatever this is, you want to keep things balanced. Then we have the Eight. A lot of swords are coming through. Then we have the Eight of Swords. And what I'm getting here is you also don't want to go into this blindly. You want to make sure that you don't put, what you're walking into. You also don't make whoever else may be involved in this, or if you're moving forward to a new situation, you want to do this openly and freely. You want to, if in the past, if you have walked into this, if you have tried to move on to something, if you have tried other things and you've also been fearful, you want to make sure that when you move forward into whatever this situation is, whatever you're trying to do, you want to make sure that you have all the information when you're moving forward. If you're trying to talk to somebody, you want to make sure that, that everybody has the information that they need. So that nobody's going to get blindsided. Then we have a lot of swords. Then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. you want to give people a way out. You don't want them to feel that if you start maybe having a conversation, you want to make sure people realize that this isn't the end all. That you can stop, you can revisit it. This isn't like once you start this, there's no going back. That there's always that door to walk through to leave. That there's always a way out. And so, when this is not in reverse, this means that you're moving on, that you're leaving, that you have that door. And what I'm getting in the way that I'm looking at these cards is that this is telling me that if you decide to move forward in whatever the situation is, don't blindside. You want to make sure everybody knows what the facts are, and you want to make sure that people realize that there is a way out, that you're not, that any situation that is created, it's going to be a safe environment, that you want to make sure people realize that we are balanced, that it is safe, and that there's always going to be the opportunity to walk away. Then we have the Two of Cups, and I'm sensing that you want to create a partnership, whether this be business, romantic, a friendship, that you want a healthy partnership. That before, when we were looking at the Four of Cups here in reverse, we were looking at, we were looking at, we care now, we want things to work out. And here, that's where we're talking, and it's interesting that it falls right under the Four, is that we do want a strong connection. We do want things to work. So we definitely want things to turn out, and we want a strong relationship, however this may be. Then we have the Hangman in reverse, which is also, I feel like we may have, we want to make sure that when this isn't, people may, how do I explain it? Don't feel like don't make people feel like they have to let go of something, that they have to let go of their freedom, that they have to let go of their control if they walk into this. You're going to make them, I'm sensing that whoever's a part of this is going to realize that they still are in control. Everybody who's in this thing have some kind of control, have something to offer, have something to say. They're not like walking into this and they're not just like saying, yep, somebody's going to lead and I'm not going to have anything to say. So what I'm feeling is whatever the situation is, everybody's going to have something to offer. Can we have one more card, please? So we have the Five of Wands in reverse, and and as I had mentioned here, it's interesting because this here talks about, challenges, unwelcome challenges, and tired of, just tired of maybe losing or losing to others. And with people, you want to make this so that people don't feel like they're losing something. So you want to make people feel welcomed. You want to meet people, whatever this partnership is. I'm sensing that you want to make it feel welcoming. You want to make it feel open. The movement ahead is positive. I feel like you've been through some things and you know what it's like to go into a situation where people make it so you're not feel welcome. You know what it's like to make it where you've been blindsided, where people try to control you. so you can do things, and you've had to do a lot of hard things, and you're trying to move a situation forward where you want it to be open, you want it to be balanced, and you want it to be really, you really want it to be positive. Can you get a little bit more information, please? I just feel like, I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing, this is a lot of, you've gone through it all, and the reason why I'm thinking that is because I'm seeing a lot of swords. So you've thought this through. It's not like you're moving this forward without thought or process. You've really put a lot into this, and you're thinking about others. And we have the Ten of Cups. So you're looking for people to be happy. You want people to be happy because you know what it's like. I feel like you've walked in their shoes. And the Empress. You want people to feel satisfied. You want people to grow. And we have the Eight of Cups. You don't want people to feel like they have to walk away. And you don't want people walking away. You want people to stay together. You want people to grow. So I really feel, even though the way that the cards are coming out, I feel this is a yes because of your spirit, because of what you want to bring to the table. Because you want people to be happy. You want people to grow. You're tired of seeing, you're tired of how you were treated, and you know how you were treated, and you don't want people treated like that. You want people to be happy. You want people to have balance in their life. You know that people have had to fight. You know that in the past, people have, said things about you. You've been there. You've done that. You've had people, you've been blindsided. And with this here, and with this card of being a partnership, regardless of what the situation is that you want people to be happy. And you've seen people walk away. You've walked away from situations that were negative. And you know what that's like. And it's not easy. And you can do hard things. And those are the hard things that you have done. And you have that ability. And that's where, again, where I think the movement and the initiation, and I think that's where you've done it. And you want people to be happy. And right now you're trying to move forward into better relationships, and you want to be around people, and you want people to be around you, and you want to make those people happy, and you want to show that, there are two sides, and you want those people around you to be happy, and you want them to be able to, you don't want to blindside them. You don't want them to be treated like you have been treated in the past. So for me, this is a yes. We have Sad Embrace, 45. I feel like at a time there may have been that you were sad, but you got through some hard times, and you came out the other side, and you should be proud of that. Spirit of Place, number 4. And with that card, I feel like you never lost your spirit. There may have been times where you may have questioned, but you never lost your spirit. You kept a positive attitude. You never gave in. You kept that spirit alive within yourself to continue on. Field of Dreams. You have dreams, and you recognize that others have dreams, and you want to help others as well as yourself keep your dreams alive. And sometimes that's hard to do when you're going through tough times. But you want to help people move those dreams forward. And card number 29, coming to life. You know, maybe there was a time where you were just sort of stuck, and when you were moving forward, it's coming, you came to life. Maybe you've already done this, maybe you've moved on, or maybe with this initiate and movement, maybe you're just coming into this. Maybe you're just recognizing what you've been through and how maybe you can help others, or maybe you're just coming to life where you're recognizing and you're coming into this where you're moving forward and you're just starting on your journey. I'm sensing that you are a very strong person. You've been through a lot, and people may have you know, not necessarily been kind to you all the time, but you endured. You survived. You believed in yourself, and at times it may have been difficult, but you made it. And you've done a lot of hard things, and just some days just surviving is a hard thing. Improving health. And abundance. So again, this is definitely a yes for me. I believe with the abundance card, things are going to come your way, whether they be resources in the form of money, friendships, material things, whatever that may be for you. It's different for everybody. But again, I believe that you're on a path that you're going to be very proud of, that you're moving things forward, and it's going to be good for you. Keeping in mind that the choice is always yours on where you go and what you do. We all have free will, and things change from time to time. But keeping in mind that the littlest thing can throw us off, but we have the choice or not whether or not we get back on again. And again, we have those little disruptions in our life, but we always have that choice to get back on track and to continue moving forward. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe and join us again. Thank you. Okay, welcome back for those who selected pile number 2 or card number 2. You selected card number 39. You are wanted. There is a home waiting within, and in this card here, there's like a little person waiting for you inside this cute little hut. I see a lot of fall colors, so something about talking to me about fall. And here I see about harvest, and possibly maybe like something about a storm maybe arising, and I'm not quite sure. Maybe that is talking about maybe disruptions or something. So that's coming through there. But with this rune here, I'm also seeing something about joy too. So maybe also when we're talking about harvest, I'm also seeing harvest coming in, which talks about abundance. And then we have this pretty blue stone here. So let's go ahead and let's draw some cards. And you are wanted. So this could be talking about relationships, where that 39 reduces to 12, which also reduces to 3. And the number 3 also talks about creativity, collaboration, and community. So you are wanted could also talk about, you're wanted in your community, you're wanted with the people that are around, that you're around. So let's go ahead and draw some tarot cards. Okay, the first one is we have the devil. The devil talks about, maybe we're tied down. Something may be holding us back. We may have some type of vices, that sort of thing. Then we have the Five of Swords. We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. The Justice card in reverse. The Five of Wands in reverse. The Star card in reverse. Move these over a little bit. Four of Cups in reverse, Five of Pentacles, and then the Six of Wands. So, where do we go from here? So with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I'm seeing that something, you're at a standstill. There's no movement forward. And with the Pentacle, the Four of Pentacles, I'm seeing that maybe you might be letting go of something, or you may be holding on to something very tightly. And interestingly enough, with the Chariot in reverse and the Eight of Wands right together, I'm seeing something has really has you stuck. Because the Chariot card, normally when the Chariot card is not in reverse, it talks about movement, moving forward. And the Eight of Wands, when it's upright, also talks about movement. So these two cards here, both being in reverse, I'm seeing that there's something holding you. And it could be something maybe disrupting you. Something may be blocking you that is preventing you from moving forward. And that could just be something that is not allowing you to go there. It could be, here you may be holding on to your money too tight. You may not be willing to share. Somebody may not be willing to share with you. It may be due to a loss. It may be due to an addiction, an obsession. Something definitely has you tied up. Something is definitely not letting you. There's definitely an attraction to something that is basically making it so that there's a loss or something, making it so that you can't move forward. Something that's making it so that you can't progress, and it's affecting maybe people around you. Or maybe this is somebody that is holding on tight. Maybe somebody around you. Maybe there's somebody that you love, somebody that you care deeply for. This could be a family member, or it could be a partner, a romantic relationship, friendship, and you're seeing that something's going on with them. And you can't really move whatever this is forward. You can't get out of the situation. And it's just like you're stuck. And again, I'm sensing that this is somebody having to do with love, because they don't realize that with this Ace of Cups that they're losing out on love. And this could be yourself. This could be this other person. And with the Justice card, it's like where's something's got to give, something's got to balance, something's got to stop. And it's like you're with this Five of Wands here, you're refusing to surrender, you're refusing to give up. And it's kind of like, where does it end? You're getting tired. It's like you're fighting something and you're just tired. And with the Star in reverse, it's like you're losing hope, but yet you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up on whatever this is. And I'm not... Yeah, you don't really want to give up on whatever this is, and you're trying to hold on to it. And it could be something that's going to end up... You feel helpless. But with this recognition card of the Wands, you have the community. There are people around you that want to support you. People realize, people see you, people see what you're going through. I feel like I don't feel like you're the person that's going... I feel like you're trying to help somebody who's going through a tough time, but they're holding you back. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to do something, but they're disrupting your life. And you are wanted within, and you may be wanting to move on, because you may be wanting to move on, but you're not moving on because you don't want to leave this person behind. They're kind of like in this hut, and you're ready to move on, but you're kind of somehow chained to them. You're linked to them somehow, and you don't want to move on. You don't want to leave this person behind. But there's another community that's waiting for you, but you just can't. And it's like, you've got this love card here. You've got the Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, it's like, what do I do? I'm losing hope here. And there's sadness. It's like this, whatever the situation is, it makes you feel kind of defeated. It makes you feel empty, because it's like, how do I get through to this person? What do I do? And it's kind of like, where do I... And with these scales here, it reminds me of balance. Where do I find the balance? Where's the justice in this? And you don't want to let this person go. You don't want to lose them. And with the Star card, and you're losing hope. But you don't want to lose this person either. But people around you recognize what you're going through. They see what you've done. And I feel like you've helped this person. You've given this person your all. And some days you wonder if you've done it for nothing. And I don't believe this person has recognized it. So this for me is a no right now. And this might be for a very specific person. It doesn't, and the situation is going to vary for people. Sometimes when we try to help people, their attitudes, sometimes just the way that people treat other people can come through, and it can be this sort of scenario where, why did you let this person treat you that way? So it's going to be vary for different people. It could be a work relationship. It could be, you might be helping somebody at work, and, they may take the credit for everything. And, they just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So this could be many different types of scenarios. This could be coworkers watching you, realizing what you've done for somebody, and this person just keeps stepping on you. So this could be this situation could fit different scenarios. But again, I'm kind of going back to this. I'm feeling is a family relationship, a partner relationship, and you really are borderline on, is there really hope for this? Is there really hope for this person? Will they see the light? And you feel really chained to them. you're caught in the middle and you're like, I just don't want to give up on this person, but what do I do? How do I get through this? And there are people around you, again, that see what you're going through. You're part of their community, even if you can't participate, even if you can't be with them every day. They see you. You're part of their community, even if you can't participate. They're supporting you in their own way. They're supporting you even if you don't know it. They're sending you love. They're sending you, their blessings. They're feeling for you even if you don't know that. But again, I really believe this is a no. This can change. All no's can change. I feel this is a disruption in your life. I believe that this can turn into, this situation can change, and you can end up with, this can turn to joy. But I also believe that this scenario can go a few different ways, whether it means, do you have to walk away? Does this person realize what you may have been doing for them? It can go so many different ways, but again, everybody's different. Everyone has free will. Everybody has to make that choice for themselves. Reading cards, whatever, that's not the answer to everything. You have to make that decision. You have free will. You have to do what your gut tells you inside. But I do feel with this card here that there are people around you that support you and realize what you've been through and realize what you're going through. Or also I'm also sensing that some of you may have already gone through this, and you may also be supporting other people who may currently be going through this. Something just came in that just popped in is that for those of you who may be watching this and thinking to yourselves, and you're listening to what I'm saying, oh, that could never be me, be careful. Because if you're listening to this message and you're thinking that could never be me, then you're listening to this message for a reason. Things can change. Things can change at a drop of a hat. People can change for various reasons. Things can happen in their lives. So, always think about your circumstances. Again, we have free will. We can do whatever we want to do, as long as it's legal. We can make decisions in our lives, but, you can say that will never be me, but people make choices out of love. People make choices out of responsibility that gets us where we get to. So, you may think, that will never be me, but 5 years down the road, this may fit your scenario, and I really hope it doesn't. But again, so those people that this community may be your support. So again, I hope this is never, if you're not going through this, I hope you never have to. But if you know somebody that is going through this, please support them. And again, this is a no, but it can change if circumstances change. And it can change to a yes. So we have 54, encouragement, which I love seeing, because you may, by encouraging change, whether it be you, if this community encourages you, which I really believe they do, that can help. Encouragement is a wonderful thing. Encouraging this other party who may be going through something is awesome. Card number 41, unexpected visitors. Again, who those unexpected visitors are may bring back that sign of hope for you or for this other person. Movement, card number 28, which is awesome because here we had no movement. And I'm sensing with this card showing up, this may be that something's going to trigger something that's going to make movement happen. Something's going to trigger whether you or this person to have something move to bring joy back into maybe both of your things. And I love this card. Card number 8, come together. So whether it be this person and you or the community, something I have a feeling is going to movement, which is really awesome because I just realized when I placed the cards, this is how I pulled out the cards. It was encouragement, unexpected visitors, movement, and coming together. Awesome. You know, you're going to encourage people. Somebody's going to show up. It's going to trigger the disruption maybe, which can be, a disruption can be positive. It doesn't always have to be negative. So there's going to be a disruption which may trigger movement, and it's going to cause people to come together. What a awesome thing. So that to me is really positive. So again, this is a no, but with these cards showing up too, I have a sense that this can be turned into a yes. This is awesome. I just love how these turned out. So we have, it's up to you. So how you decide to move forward isn't up to these cards. It's up to you. Meditation brings answers. Maybe sit by yourself, sit outside, enjoy the air. And think about your situation. Think about what you want. Think about how maybe you can help this person. Think about how you can help yourself. And then compromise. You know, compromise. Do you want to compromise? Maybe compromise with, you know, what's good for you and how maybe you can help the person. Whatever. But again, meditate. And at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to you in this situation, how you want this to happen. So again, this is a no, but with this movement moving forward, I believe things can change. You know, again, it's up to you. Thank you for watching Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe and join us again. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, pile number 3, for those who chose card number 3. We have 34, spend time in nature. Let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. Then we chose this stone here, which is like, the colors like are really close to what this card is, which is really pretty. So then we have the blank ruin, which is, you know, possibilities. And then we also have the sign of gateway, which to me means openings. Which also means possibilities, you know, new beginnings, things that it's just like openings, the possibility of many things, you know, it's a gateway, it's an opening, you know, you can just step through and do what you want to a point. So let's go ahead and let's draw some tarot cards. We have the King of Cups, the Two of Swords. So right off the bat, I'm seeing, opening to love, emotions under control. But I'm also seeing with this Two of Swords, you're looking at making a decision. And again, possibilities, gateway openings. Then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. We have the Death card, which talks about transformation. Then we have the Four of Wands. And the Two of Wands, interestingly enough, we have like the King of Wands, which to me is like hope, emotions under control. You're looking at a bright future. You're kind of in between. You're wondering. You may be losing hope about something. There may be a delay because something might not be going your way. So you may be trying to make a decision. Something may not be moving along as quickly. This here, Death talks about transformation, but I see a celebration coming. We've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Sun. So, right off the bat, what I'm seeing here is something's going to come in. Hold on. Don't walk away. You're not going to walk away. Just don't walk away. There's going to be something to celebrate. Something's going to be changing. You just got to give it a little bit of time. Slow down a little bit. Sometimes when you want something quickly, you may think you want it quickly, but it's not for the best. Sometimes when you think, oh, I really want that new car and I just want that car, or I want that thing, and you just kind of just go off and you grab it, you don't make the best decision in the world. So this card here is just telling me, slow down a little bit. It's all gonna, you're gonna move forward. You're gonna hear what you want to hear. You're gonna get that news of whatever it is, but you just got to give it a little bit of time. You just got to be a little bit. You're not going to move forward quite yet. It's just going to be. I feel like with the Sun card ending at the end of this, you're going to get your happy ending. You're going to get what you want in the end, but I don't feel that you just got to slow down a little bit. You just have to be a little bit patient. Things have to transform. Things have to move at their own pace. You need to just be careful of, you need to like really look at what your decisions are. I feel like whatever this is, there's going to be a time to celebrate. You need to make sure that, don't give up. Don't walk away. You can't just, you got to give it a chance. Sometimes when we want something so bad, it's like, nope, it's not coming. So we're just going to move on. Give it a chance. Give things to work out. Sometimes things don't happen immediately, and there's a reason for that. Sometimes things have to happen. Things need to fall into place. Sometimes we just need to give things a little bit of time. And if we try to move them too quickly, they don't work out the way that we want them to. And then we end up regretting it. It ends up not being, you've got the blank ruin here, which is possibilities. You've got the gateway, you've got the openings. You're going to have the openings. You're going to have, I believe, the opportunities for this to happen. But I believe and I feel if you move too quickly, if you try to force whatever this is, it's not going to work out. You're not going to get your happy ending. So for me, for this is a yes. However, with that yes comes the sign, the words of caution. Don't try to rush it. Give it its time, because at the end of the day, it's gonna have the happy ending, but you just need to give it time. You know, you've got the celebration card, which is awesome. You've got the movement, which is awesome. You know, you've got the king. This to me speaks of just give it a little bit of time, and you're gonna have your happy ending. You're gonna get what you want. With that being said, you need to give it a little bit of time. You need to let it work itself out. You need to just move with the flow. Go with the flow. Possibilities are there, but you're gonna have that. You're gonna hear something. You're gonna celebrate, but you need to, again, I can't stress enough that you need to give it a little bit of time. You can't lose faith. You can't give up on it. Maybe you're going back to school and you're like, this is just taking forever. But it's something that you're really gonna love to do, that you're passionate about, that you love doing. And you're like, this is taking too long. I'm just gonna give up. Oh my God, I have to take another course. Well, give it time. Take that other course. Get through it. Just it's worth it in the end. So again, this is a yes for me, with the caution of give it time. You're going to get through this. Don't try to rush things, because when we rush things don't come out as how we want them to. Also, when we rush things, we miss the finer details. There are things that we miss. We also end up making decisions that we may have not made had we not seen those finer details. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Give it a chance. Give this a chance to work itself out, so you can get to that happy ending. Yeah, I feel that this is, I feel it's something that you really want, whether this be a relationship, a job. But again, I strongly feel that, again, this is something that you want, but you feel that it may be taking too long, and you might be tempted to try to force it. You might even be tempted to walk away from it, but you're just waiting to hear something. You're just waiting to get through it, and I feel it's going to come through if you're patient. But again, we all have free will. We all have our own choices. You can do exactly what you want to do, because it's up to you at the end of the day. But keeping in mind that you can also go ahead and walk away from it and then look back and say, if I would have. You can also go ahead and try to rush it and make the wrong decision and look back and say, oh, if I would have. So sometimes just letting things play out a little bit, then you're also not blindsided. And also, when you let things play out a little bit to get to the happy ending, other things may open up for you that you may not have expected. So this what you're looking for, happiness and happy ending, may be something different than what you originally anticipated. So you may end up celebrating something. So maybe this is a place you want to move to, and you just want to move today, and giving it a little bit of time. Maybe by the time you get there, you end up meeting somebody that you didn't expect you were going to meet. Same thing with a job. Maybe if you did something that you weren't expecting and you gave it a little bit of time, you end up with a job that you didn't expect. Or a different job offer. So, but I am hearing, give it a little bit of time. So we have spark, card number 34. And what I heard was spark. Something may spark your interest. So while you're waning, as I had said, something might open up differently. Something else while you're waning may spark your interest, which may lead to your happiness. One ring circus. So, one ring circus. One ring. The one ring, I'm hearing, a possible relationship. Circus, I hear joy. I hear entertainment. Elephant, I see as knowledge. With the 1, I also think of new beginnings. And with the 5, I see as change. When I reduce it to 6, I also see choice and harmony. Then we have card number 11, balancing act. So maybe as you're trying to move forward, a balancing act, maybe if you try to move forward right now, it would be a balancing act for you. That you would try to balance everything, and maybe you're just not ready. That could be. Card number 11, with the number 11, that could be a twin flame type thing. That could be having to do with a partner. And then we have card number 24, stuck in the mud. Maybe right now, and again, we also have 2 elephants. Stuck in the mud. Maybe right now you feel like you're stuck. And you're really not. You just need to give it a little bit of time. And I'm also seeing 6 and 6, which again, could just mean that you need to find some balance. And again, balance act. So I really feel that maybe at this time, you need to maybe just slow it down. You need to just kind of give it time to move forward and just to wane a little bit. But again, for me, this is a yes, because I do feel that given time, this is just a yes, because at the end of the day, if you just give it that time, it's going to turn out in your favor. I mean, it's just, you've got everything going for you. You've got the love, you've got the decision, and you're going to make that decision, and you just need not to lose faith. There's transformation. There's moving forward. There's going to be a celebration. Something's coming in positive for you. Sorry about the dogs. Okay, so now we're going to draw 2 final cards. Okay, and our 2 final cards are get more information, which kind of goes along with trying to make your decisions and waiting to move forward, and be assertive. And in the be assertive is get more information. And yeah, you can be assertive, which I'm all for that, but again, don't move forward until maybe you get more information. And when you do move forward, make sure that when you move forward that you have all the information, that you don't end up basically blocking yourself. So again, this is a yes. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe and join us again. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, pile 4. You chose the card 3, be present, find clarity in the moment, and the green stone, which I just thought it went beautifully with this card. And you also picked the fertility, which is fertility and new beginnings. Excuse me, this is a fertility and new beginnings, and this is fulfillment and ambition, which is, and the green also just reminds me of growth. So let's go ahead and let's draw some cards. I feel like you're on a path to someplace. That you're maybe looking for answers. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Sun, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Hierophant. We have the Five of Cups, and we have the World. We have the Tower in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands. We have Temperance, the King of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So with the Knight of Wands, I feel like you're trying to create something, you're trying to find something, you're moving towards something. Whether it be a relationship, a job, it's something creative. It's something where you want to build on something. You know, you're excited about ready. You know, you may be looking for something new. You may be looking for something changing. With the Six of Wands in reverse, I feel like you feel that you may have, you're not quite ready to accept something. You're not quite ready to, you know, maybe you're in a job, you may be in a relationship, but you're not quite, it's not maybe ready, you're not sure if it's the right fit for you or not. And with here, and with the Hierophant, you know, you may be looking for others to see what they're doing. You may be looking for others to say, you know, what do you think? And you may be looking at what others have, and you may have a good situation, but you're looking to see what others have. And you're kind of seeing, you know, well, I don't have that, and I don't have that, but you're missing out on what you do have, is what I'm sensing. You know, you're looking at what others may currently have, and you may have so much right now, but you're missing the fact that these two cups are half full. And you know, you may look at, well, you know, that person has that type of a job and they're making that kind of money, but I'm not making that kind of money. But you have a really good job and it's dependable. And you may not be realizing that that person may be making that sort of money, but you don't realize maybe the responsibilities, the work hours. You may not realize what goes along with that. You may be judging, you know, that person has that type of relationship, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. So you may be judging people on what they have or what their situations are, not realizing what's going on, and you may not realize that you have it better than what you think. You may not realize that you really do have the world. And again, you also don't, you may not be realizing that you also have, it's up to you if you want to change it or not. And I think that, you may be like not ready to settle down, that you want more and more and more, and you may be missing the fact that you can change that. But the only way that you're going to get there is it's up to you. You do have the resources. The resources may not be in money, but it may be in, you may be able to learn something by, hey, saying, can you show me this? And everything. And so again, you may not realize what you have. And again, with the resources, with the love and everything, you may not already recognize what you have. You may have it better than what you think you do. With the Tower in reverse, I feel like you may when you look at this thing, you may be surprised to learn that your situation is better than what others have it. You may be surprised to learn that others would be so happy to be in your situation. And with the Knight of Swords, I feel that with looking at that is that you're judging without asking. You may be judging, or I don't even want to say necessarily you. Someone around you may be looking at you and may be judging you, thinking that they want what you have and not realizing what you have done to get where you are. So, so again, this could be this might not even be you. This could be somebody that's thinking, not recognizing what you have done to get where you are. They may think that you have it so wonderful, that you have, that you have all of this, but they don't recognize that, they think that you have all of this, and they don't have these, they don't have what you have, but you really don't. You're just happy to have what you have. You appreciate these 2 cups, and they don't. So I'm also thinking they also see you as having everything, but at the end of the day, I don't want to say you act like you do, but you appreciate what you have. So therefore, you're not out there saying, I need, or I want. You're out there because you appreciate that you have these 2 cups. And so that's another way that I'm looking at that. That at the end of the day with this, you just appreciate what you have. And so, and that just kind of throws people. And that just makes it so that, you're just, at the end of the day, your life is better than what people realize. Also, you've gone through some things in your life where you had to put the pieces back together, and you've learned to appreciate what you have. So that's the other thing. And with this Knight of Swords, I just believe that, or I'm just seeing that they don't recognize. They just judge, and they don't see. They just don't see that at the end of the day, you've worked very hard. They judge. They just don't recognize at the end of the day. And so with this card here, I feel that sometimes you need to protect yourself against people, and you feel that you need to protect yourself. And that is why they don't see what you have. They don't realize maybe what you've been through. They don't recognize the fact that you don't have the world. You may show that you do have everything, but at the end of the day, you don't. That at the end of the day, you have worked very hard. At the end of the day, you have gone through some struggles. you have done that, but you've had to basically protect yourself because you've worked very hard to keep your life in balance, so that you've been through some things and you've worked very hard to keep things in balance. You know, you have, I feel like you have emotion, you have that emotional balance. And with the Ace of Swords, I feel like you don't want to be thrown off from balance again. You've been there. And so with the Ace of Swords being turned over in reverse, I feel like you don't want to go there again. So by protecting yourself, you don't want that happening again. And I feel like at night, you worry about that. So you worry about being caught off guard. You worry about this. So that's where I really feel that you appreciate what you have. You appreciate what you've been through. And so again, when people judge you, or when people think that, when people see you and they they don't recognize what you've been through. And this reading is totally taking a turn. And people don't recognize what you've been through. And I get that you've learned a lot from what you've been through. So yeah, I feel like you've been through a lot. And I feel like people judge you because you don't show that. You show a strong self. You show you defend yourself. You protect yourself. And if you protect your family, whatever that may be, whatever that type of dynamic is, you protect yourself. You have what you need with the resources. You've moved forward in time so that you've made sure that you're good. You may not need what other people need. You may not, you keep moving forward. You don't look back. You just keep moving forward, and you appreciate every day. Just want to say, people don't recognize. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Got the Two of Cups. We've got the Strength card. And the Page of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups in reverse, I feel like sometimes you were given a lot of options, and you basically brought it in to where you focused, and you brought it into where you were in balance, and you brought it into where you were able to focus, and you focused on whether it be a partnership where it was I want to say romantic, based on love, or family. It had something to do with family or love, and it could be romantic or it could be family, and you focused on that because you felt that was important, I feel, and you found the strength to keep on going. And with the Page of Swords, some of this was new to you, but you with this fish here, you found the strength to take care of those you needed to take care of. And you still worry with this card, you still worry that you may not be able to do that. But with this strength card here, I believe that you have that strength and you're going to keep on going. This is a yes. You know, yeah, this is definitely a yes for me. Because I feel that, you know, you had you may have had indecisions, but your focus are around the people that you love. And some days you had to dig really deep to find that, but you really believe in taking care of those that you love. And you worry about that at night, more so than you worry about yourself. So this is definitely a yes for me. And again, we talk about fulfillment and we talk about, you know, new beginnings and stuff. And you went through a tough time and you did come out the other side and you did have it. Or you may be going through this right now and you do have the strength to survive this. And it may be keeping you up at night. You may be worried as to whether or not you're going to get through it, but you have that strength within. And you just need to find that ambition to keep on going and to keep on fighting. And yeah, you are going to need to, at some points, you may need to protect yourself from certain people. But just keep in mind, you have that love within inside you, and you do have that love around you. That's going to keep you going. You just need to make sure that you find your balance. Okay, we have card number 20, flying. I feel like some days to get through the day you may fly by the seat of your pants, but that's okay. Been there, done that. But you get through the day. You find it, you know. And when you're doing that, some days it just makes you, some days when you do that, it makes you feel, because of your strength, it makes you laugh because it's just the way that you're doing it. 28, movement. You know, you're just going to keep right on moving forward, you know, and you're not going to let anything stop you. 40, follow the leader. I feel like with what you're doing, you are a leader because I feel that you inspire people. For those who really know you, I feel you inspire them. You inspire them to keep on going. 41, unexpected visitors. I feel that sometimes people show up unexpectedly in your world, and they help you maybe get through the day, or you may help them. And then coming together. I believe that you may actually help people come together. I just really believe that, again, and also maybe with this Two of Cups, is that maybe by what you're going through and by what your beliefs are, you also may be finding the right person if you haven't already. And you also may bring people together. So again, we all have free will on the choices that we make. So if you're not already going through this and you are maybe at the beginnings of this, you have free will. You have choices on what you want to do. So this is your choice on how you want to handle your situation. For those of you who have already gone through this, I salute you. You are a wonderful person and courageous. Don't stop. Keep on going. Yes, you know, based on what I'm seeing, you're a fighter. and be assertive. In some situations, based on what I'm seeing, you may need to be a little bit assertive. You're strong. You have that strength, and you may need to stand up for yourself. You may need to protect yourself, and you may need to be assertive when you need to do that. So again, this is a yes. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe, and please join us again. Thank you.